Hello, it's Mind Body Food coach Vicky Thonley. Thank you so much for joining me today for Mind Body Food TV. And today's episode is a quick chat on the importance of breath. Now, breath and breathing, it's an automatic response within the body. We don't need to give it any thought. It continues to occur in the background and it's there to keep us alive. But breathing is actually the only automatic response within our body that we have the ability to have a conscious control over. So, this is especially important in times of stress. What's the first thing that happens when you start to feel yourself building tension, feeling tightness in your body? Perhaps you're in a situation in front of a group of people, perhaps it's just one person, perhaps it is the perception of a threat behind you while you're walking down the street. What's the first thing that we tend to do? We hold our breath, or we certainly shorten our breath. And we tend to breathe into our upper chest a lot more, and it's called shallow breathing. Now, the way that we can actually help to induce the relaxation response at any time where we start to feel stress and tension and dis-ease within our bodies is to consciously become aware of our breathing and to deep belly breathe, also known as diaphragmatic breathing. Now, the best way to do this is to first off make sure you have good posture. Because in those moments of tightness and tension and dis-ease within our bodies, we do tend to hunch forward, we do tend to pull and constrict with the fear or the emotion of what it is that we're faced with and we're feeling. So the first thing is to correct your posture, sitting upright, making sure your shoulders are back and down, nice and relaxed, and allowing for your airways to be open so that it's going to be more receptive to take in that deep, slow breath that we want to induce to the body. Now, what I like to get my clients and students to do for a demonstration is to get their fingers and interlock them. Now, you don't want to interlock them tightly at all. You just simply want them to be nice and relaxed and just touching lightly. And what you want to do with these is to put them over the top of your stomach area, just below your rib cage. So for a demonstration, I'm going to put these hands over my stomach so that you can see. And I'm going to take a nice slow deep breath in so that you can see what happens when I do this. Okay. So my hands are going over my stomach area. So at the tops of my rib cage, I can actually feel here with my thumbs. I know I'm in the right spot. Now when I take a nice slow, deep and even breath down into my stomach, my lower lungs, and then I exhale, you can see that every time I inhale, I'm breathing down into my lower lungs, my belly, and as I inhale, my hands are coming back together and my fingers are gently pulling apart and expanding and then coming together again gently with each inhale and exhale. Now, the importance of breathing deeply and slowly and evenly are a couple of reasons here. Number one, we want to deep breathe so that we're actually not breathing into our upper chest, we're breathing into our lower part of our chest. And what we're really referring to by this is our lower lungs. Now, the lungs on each side have two lobes each, and the lower part of the lungs, the lower lobes, are actually larger and can take in more oxygen. And this is where you need to visualize the air moving down into, because this is where we can take in more oxygen, and it's the whole aim of deep breathing. Now, the other part of this is that when we breathe in nice and slowly and deeply, we're obviously taking in greater oxygen. Now, this is wonderful because it is a beneficial aid to the nourishment of all of our cells and organs within our body and our brain. It has the ability to instantly induce the relaxation response. It promotes inner calm, it promotes more mental clarity, and it allows our body to release muscle tension and start to let go and relax. Now, the other benefit of doing this is that when we're breathing deeply, slowly, and bringing more oxygen into our body, we're also starting to feel a lot more calm and relaxed and nourishing our body. But in this breathing, we have to be careful that we don't take in too much oxygen, which is why we need to breathe evenly. So by evenly, I mean that when you breathe in, if you count to 4 nice and slow, hold for a count of 2, and then exhale nice and slowly for a count of 4 as you exhale. Now, you need to do this because if you inhale with greater oxygen, nice deep belly breathing, and then you exhale too quickly, you might find yourself becoming lightheaded or you might start to hyperventilate. And these are dangerous aspects of breathing incorrectly, and we don't want to induce that. So, you need to make sure that your breaths are nice and even, as well as being slow and deep down into the lower lungs. Now, if you apply this tool, it's going to make an incredible instant difference to how you feel. And that's how you feel mentally, emotionally, and physically. With every breath in, you can imagine that you are being filled with fresh positive energy. And with every breath out, you can feel and imagine yourself relaxing, letting go, softening, and becoming more and more deeply relaxed. This helps you to move with the feelings of dis-ease or tension or stress within your body or your mind instead of resisting. Because remember, what we resist persists. So if you allow your body to move with your breath and allow your body to let go with your breath, you'll have a much better opportunity to move through your challenges, your dis-ease, your stresses within your body and mind a lot more easily. Breathing is such an essential tool. So please practice this, practice it daily. Do at least 5 to 6 breaths. And when you become quite efficient at breathing in slowly for a very slow count of 4, holding for 2, exhaling for 4, you can work your way up with that number gradually and incremental numbers at a time until you're working up to perhaps 8 or 10 counts of breath in, holding for 2, and then exhaling for the same amount of counts. If you'd like to hold for a little bit more between sets, that's absolutely fine. Thanks for watching today. If you've liked this video on breathing, please subscribe to the channel. Please share it with a friend. Come along to Facebook, follow on Twitter, or visit us at the website. Thank you so much. Take care. And until next time, deep breathe.